Said I've been up and I've been down.
I've always lived a life fantastic.
Said I've been played and I've played around.
I always landed on my feet.
There have been bumps along the way,
but I had to take my chances.
And other times were not so great,
but you were standing there to grace me.
With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me. Sometimes the stakes seem so high,
we're going deeper,
and the lows felt much lower.
You were afraid, it ain't no secret.
No grace from any man.
Why don't you quit while you can still quit?
And then you say, come take my hand.
That wasn't me, it was something holy.
With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me. Forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me.
Whenever
I say it again. With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me.
What I was made of. Disappointment or disapproval from the heavens. Only thing I'm afraid of. I'm the nuisance child. Grew up in the lowest tax bracket percentile with loud. So of course I'm bitter. Got recourse for them hecklers who try to modify me. But if you can't control these streets, how can you gather me?
With open arms you would catch me.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you would love me. Yeah.
Whenever I call,
always there to forgive me.
If ever I fall,
standing at the ready to receive me. TP, come on and sing.
With open arms you would catch me.
Yeah.
If ever I fall,
and with the same arms you will love me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Standing at the ready to receive me.
And with the same arms you will love me.
Always there to forgive me.
Oh yeah,
Standing at the ready to.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.
Hello, everybody. Come on in. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me address this. Let me get some stuff fixed over here. One moment. Let me turn on this here light above me. Okay, I might need to turn on that other light too. I'm a little laid back. Thank y'all for joining me. Come on up in here. Come on up in here, everybody. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease program. Today, I am going to get started here in just a second. But welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me on today. I appreciate you joining me for the Mad Church Disease podcast. I am your humble host and servant, Marcellus, and I am thrilled that you are here with me. Shout out to all of you that are watching the broadcast. Please take a moment and share this broadcast on your social media. Today's broadcast is going to be really important for you to share. Not so much for the Duane Youngblood and TD Jakes and Larry Reid, co-conspirators and all that other stuff. But it's mainly going to be about what I'm going to talk about at the top of this show. And I want this to be shared everywhere. Okay. I want it to be shared everywhere because it's really important. All right. Shout out to all of the members of the channel. Shout out to all of you that purchased your membership. I was really happy. Somebody said I like the color. You know what this is? This is a Fruit of the Loom shirt. That's because I'm at the crib and I'm just chilling. Okay. This is Fruit of the Loom, believe it or not. But anyway, let me shout out to all of the members, those of you that were with me for the sip and chat. Thank you so very much. I really enjoy having our time together. I have to be really honest with you guys. That private live, I really enjoyed that. Somebody said, Marcellus, your weight loss is looking good on you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I really am trying. Nobody knows it. But I am one of the content creators who understands the importance of health and wealth. And so, just ordering DoorDash will never help you in the future as a content creator. So understand. But I want to thank all of you that joined me on the private chat. I appreciate it. I'm so very grateful for all of you. Trust me, I really am. That was so laid back, and I enjoyed you guys immensely. And next week we are going to do another one. And it's going to be probably on Wednesday of next week. And then we'll do our regular show on Thursday, which I really do appreciate. So thank y'all so very much. Shout out to all of you that are in the chat. Shout out to who we got Sharon there. Tasha Global. What's up, Tasha? Gerald. Good for you, Gerald. I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you in the membership. K Rich. Hey, K Rich. Moni No Love. Hiding in the bushes. Serena Giddens. Good to see you as well. Shanice. Good to see you. Gerald. Good to see you. Lynn Pearson. Good to see you. I'm going to try to bring the madness. Shanice says she likes the color of my shirt. I swear this is Fruit of a Loom. This is the stuff you lay around the house in. Now, normally I would have on some sweatpants and be chilling, but I don't have those on. Glad the fires are not affecting you. Well, Gerald, that's not necessarily the case because there's a fire going right now in San Bernardino. There was one the other day in Jurupa Valley. And so trust me, not necessarily. The one in Jurupa Valley was a little bit closer to me than I'd like for it to be. Angel, thank you so very much. Kathy A, good to see you as well. Joanne, good to see you. Yes. Now, first of all, before I get into what I want to talk about, let me calm down because I'm a little upset. Let me I didn't even see what yours truly said. What yours truly say? Lord, y'all gonna make me go back. Oh, let me tell you something. And you know what? Here's the funny thing. Yours truly, you a mess. I was going to die this because at first even though my mother kind of taught us to enjoy getting older and so forth, but I was really gonna die this because I'm like getting gray hairs in my eyebrows. I'm like, what the is this, right? So yeah, but I got got a little bit of situation going on there. Yeah, but what was I about to tell y'all? See, yours truly, you done threw me off. And I'm trying. I'm so glad y'all could tell I am losing a little bit of weight. Unfortunately, sometimes it's making me feel a little weird. But hopefully, I'll feel a little better. Y'all stick with me tonight because it's gonna be a trip. But for those before I get into the show, let me say this and get this over with. So I like to just tell everybody at the top of the show. If you are a supporter of the Mad Church Disease channel and you want to support the Mad Church Disease channel, we do ask that you do so by Cash App. We ask that at least 10 of you guys would send us at least a minimum of $12 during the show. That will be very beneficial. At least 10 of you guys could send $12 today. That will be great. And it helps us to cover cost expenses, etc., etc. I'm working on another show, you guys, another program. Let me talk about a couple of things. First of all, and y'all know I try to give y'all some updates and stuff. We did our sip and chat. I talked to you about the sip and chat. We did that actually yesterday, the day before yesterday. I forget. I think we might have did it Saturday or Sunday night. I done forgot by now because I got so much stuff on my heart, my mind. Understand coming up soon will be the sentencing of this lady, Rosalind Weems. We will most certainly discuss that. And so you guys need to be on the lookout for that. I'm also working on a story from a different angle than everybody else is talking about. And I need to talk to you guys about a couple of things starting off the show. Let me explain a few things about you. And I'm not I'm not trying to be rude or be disrespectful to anyone. I want y'all to hear me and hear me well as I say this to you. There are a lot of stories on the internet that I just don't cover. I don't cover those stories because I don't want to cover those stories. Some of those stories I think are dumb as hell, so I don't cover them. Some of them I think are full of shit, so I don't cover them. Let me be very clear. Gigi, Lovey, Passion, Java, Larry, Ebenard Jordan, that whole clique of undeniably false prophets. I don't waste my time covering this story about Gigi. I appreciate St. James for covering the story. I go over there and I listen to him, and anybody else who chooses to cover the story, I'll go watch them. But I'm not talking about Gigi. I'm not talking about Java. I'm not talking about EJ and all the rest of them, because that story is as dumb as hell. Everybody over there is sucking and fucking. And I'm sorry, I'm just have to say it like I feel it today. So excuse me. You might want to put up your spiritual finger and tiptoe out of the church here today, because I'm in one of those moods today. You know, everybody over there is doing bullshit, and Gigi coming out here trying to pretend like she's got a halo over her horns is really strange to me. And normally I don't like to talk about women who have been put in those types of positions, because y'all know I really believe that women are not necessarily in the position of power, especially when they're dealing with a pastor and a charismatic leader. So I always like trying to give the women the benefit of the doubt. But Gigi's rollout of this story has been pitiful. It's been ridiculous. And she just need to go somewhere at this particular time and just count her losses. Because Gigi, ain't nobody out here in these YouTube streets falling for this. Well, maybe some people are. I'm just not. Okay? I'm just not. And I want to thank you. If any of you are sending support to the show, thank y'all. Can y'all please make sure 10 of you send at least $10 today? Because I got stuff to do. Okay, please do. And today, what's today? Wednesday. I'm not even supposed to be on live until tomorrow. But anyway, let me get myself together here, because I'm a little annoyed. So I don't cover this Gigi story. I don't give a shit about Gigi. I don't give a shit about Lovey, Passion, Java, none of them. In this regard to this story, I just don't care. So that's why you're not hearing me talk about it. That's why I don't care anything about it. Period. Point blank. Okay. Also, let me also make you aware of this before I get into the TD Jakes Duane Youngblood situation. I am just simply telling this information just like everyone else. I don't have a dog in this fight as it relates to TD Jakes. There is no way that you can embarrass me with this TD Jakes situation. This stuff is at its early stages. This is preliminary information. And so while people are running around clapping their fins together and trying to pretend as if everybody else is wrong and they are right while they are defending an alleged pedophile, don't you be tricked or fooled into thinking that I personally really care one way or the other. If TD Jakes is caught out here with anything, and just understand something, ladies and gentlemen, my channel is called Mad Church Disease. I deal with the madness of this disease that a lot of us have hooked our lives up to and do not understand how to hold other people accountable when it comes to certain circumstances and situations. So please do not let another individual tell you what I think or how I feel in regard to anything, because they don't know me. I will not be addressing anyone's ridiculousness. I will not be addressing anyone trying to address me in any kind of way, because I heard some rumblings of some bull jive. That person doesn't know me. I've never had a conversation with that individual. They don't know me, so I don't know what they could be saying as far as what I believe or what I'm thinking. I'm just saying. All right. And so if you are on the internet and you are saying that I am caping for TD Jakes, repping for TD Jakes, I will hold TD Jakes responsible. If there's any other information that comes out in here, I'm going to drag his ass out on here and we will deal with him appropriately at that time. But in the meantime, I want for all of you who follow me to keep in the forefront of your mind that this all began with a lawyer sending over a $6 million request, allegedly, according to TD Jakes, in demanding $6 million from him. And he also told an individual's story. There was a co-conspirator who told an individual's story on his podcast, which was some bullshit. And he got mad that individuals called him out on his bullshit. None of these people are experts as it relates to this information, because none of us have been privy to all of the information. So if you are out here in these streets talking about what I believe or what I think, you don't know what I believe. You don't know what I think. So you can kiss my motherfucking ass. And don't tell nobody what I think or what I feel, because you don't know what I think or what I feel. But the members who were at my sipping chat the other night, I told y'all how I thought and felt about Larry. I don't think about Larry every motherfucking day. I don't care what Larry does, where Larry goes, what the fuck Larry is doing. Don't give a shit. I only am reporting the information as the information is being presented to us. And that's just, it is what it is. Okay. So whether somebody doesn't understand that, whether somebody doesn't grasp that, if they don't have the mental capacity to understand or the intellectual capacity to understand that, that's on them. But I appreciate you talking about me, because you keep making this subscriber go up. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because we are about 200 people shy of hitting 17,000 subscribers. So you go ahead and keep talking and mentioning my name. I appreciate that, but don't come over here trying to tell me how I think, what I feel, etc. Because see, this is the narrative that people put out. Well, they hate Larry. They hate Larry. They don't like Larry. Let me tell you something, and I will reiterate this for the stupid people in the bushes and in the background. Let me reiterate this for you. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. Now, do I dislike Larry? I've been very clear about that. Let me take a drink. Let me take a sip of my drink. So I don't hate anyone. So anyone telling you that I hate anybody, they're lying through their teeth and they don't know me. But I would be very careful for people talking about folks the way that they're talking about, because God's got a way that you can't get over and you cannot get under. And so you can keep talking about folks all you want to, but sooner or later, you're going to have to come in at the door. Now, I don't know what kind of a gay church mafia is surrounding this situation that is trying to say all sorts of things, but I pay these young men no attention. I am an individual over here talking about this situation for myself. So wherever the chips fall, that's where they fall, and we'll deal with TD Jakes when the time comes if necessary. But at the beginning of this, I want to remind you all, ladies and gentlemen, this is about a $6 million request from a twice convicted essayer who is out here on the internet trying to convince people that he was essayed through a potential kiss and a bubble bath phone call and a request from a man that he had just met. So don't come out here trying to tell me that we don't have all of the facts. None of us have all of the facts. So we can only take the information as it is being presented to us. And I am not intimidated by none of you. And let me just say this for the week that's coming and for the rest of this week. I am normally, whether you disagree with me, like me or not, I will always let you have your opinion. When I drop this link, I drop this link for everybody. You don't have to agree with me to come up on here, but all I ask for you to do is to be respectful if you do disagree. Now, some of you come to the chat, you think you slick, and you do it late in the midnight hour, and I normally will respond to you respectfully, and then I let your comments stay up. But the rest of this week, I'm going to block and delete you. I will not let you come back over here, and I will not have anybody coming up in this chat being disrespectful. Just be respectful. You ain't got to agree. You ain't got to agree. Because we don't all agree in this chat. We do not all agree. But like I said before, don't come over here being disrespectful. I don't give a shit about what these people are doing. I don't have none of their money. I'm just telling this story. Okay, you understand? So if you don't like it, kiss my ass. Okay, and if your arms is long enough, you should go wipe your ass. With some of you, your arms is too damn short. That's why you over there stinking in your little old situation. So don't come over here with this foolishness. I don't have time for it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, because I wanted to first of all talk about this before I entered into this Larry Reid stuff, because I'm pissed off. I want to talk about Naziah Harris and the Naziah Harris case. If you have not yet heard this case, gone down the rabbit hole of this case yet, let me tell you something. Naziah Harris is a young lady who was 12 years old at the time that she went missing. She was being essayed by her auntie's boyfriend / husband, whatever they were. If you guys have not heard about this, I want you to go find out and research about this. This is the sickest shit I've ever heard in my life. And this is really why I'm so upset today. It don't have nothing to do with them other bastards. It has everything to do with this case, just so y'all know. And I had to go get me a drink because this case right here has pissed me completely the hell off. Everybody has failed this young girl. You hear me? From her grandmother to her two aunties that were close in this situation. Everybody has failed this young girl. And the school system failed this young girl. She ended up getting pregnant at 12 years old by her uncle. Or, well, it won't be her uncle, I guess, if they were married, but by her auntie's baby daddy. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Everybody failed this young lady. Y'all understand me? Everybody failed this young girl. I am pissed off. From what I understand, this has not even made it to the national news. This needs to make it to the national news. This just doesn't need to be locally in Detroit. This needs to be everywhere. What happened to this young lady is disgusting. If you read the text messages that this bastard sent to her, if that doesn't create a rage in you, nothing else will. It is absurdly disgusting. And I think the people in Detroit, you all need to get together and do a search that darn place where he worked. Y'all need to search the little ravine and the stuff behind where he worked. Y'all need to go down the street and check those abandoned houses and that stuff that is around that area. Y'all need to go to work. What the hell are y'all waiting for? You don't need to wait for some other body to do it for you. Y'all can do it for yourself. Get 50, get 100 people together with some sticks and stones and have the police and people out there so y'all can go do your research. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you? Are you serious? We've never been a people that waited on somebody else to do something for us. We don't need nobody to do nothing for us. Who are y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all need to get it together. And to her other aunties who called CPS and was trying to get Naziah help, God bless you. I'm sorry I can't call your names right now. I was going to do a video on the channel about it, but this is a fucking sinkhole. I have been on so many channels. I've been up all night watching these videos because stuff like this gets under my skin. These are grown men. This grown man was sending this little girl some of the most sexually explicit text messages I've ever heard in my life. And he was 40-something years old by sending this little girl this stuff. Okay? 40-something years old. And some of the stuff that was happening to her is very eerily similar to a very well-known vlogger on the internet talking about God don't play about him. Some of the same shit. Yes, I said it. Some of the same ways that this other pedophile moved, the same other internet vlogger was moving the same way. He's doing the same bullshit. Okay. And he transferred his shit to a grown man because Vincent Hill told us exactly what went down between him and the co-conspirator of the video uploader. And he gonna try to tell us, oh, that we are all crazy and we don't know what we're talking about. Let me tell you something. There are some very similar things in this here situation. Now, I don't have time today to tie this all together because that ain't what I came here for. But y'all, these people in Detroit, y'all better get on y'all business. If somebody is watching me right now from Detroit, y'all, I can send you the other aunties Facebook. Y'all need to send these people some text messages and tell them y'all need to come out of this house and y'all need to help. And you make grandmama get out on the motherfucking street and go looking for her granddaughter that she didn't even cry on the stand for. They talk about Naziah like Naziah was just some hoe on the street. This is a 12-year-old girl. You make me sick. People make me sick. Negroes like this make me sick. I swear they do. But I'm gonna get off of this because I feel my help coming along, and I'm gonna be cussing a long time if I don't leave this story alone. Moving right along. All right. Now, if you didn't know, well, wait a minute, Marcellus. You got a little bit more to say. Hold on. I got a little bit more to say. Wait a minute. I got the wrong darn camera on. Wait a minute. I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong darn button. Let me go over here. Hold on. Chrome tab. Share. All right. Yeah, I'm very pissed off about this. And I went down in the rabbit hole when it came to this case. Oh, yes, I did. This is Naziah. This picture that you see right here. Hold on. This picture right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last day of her being in class or in school. This picture right here. They tried to delete some text messages, tried to delete a whole bunch of stuff. And the news in Detroit is discussing because they keep trying to over-sexualize the little girl, you know, putting these kind of photographs up, trying to over-sexualize her like she was some sort of, you know, hot tamale. The little girl was 12 years old. She's only mimicking what she's seeing in that ragged ass house over there with them butcherized ass women. And let me just tell you something. Them hoes over there in that house ought to be ashamed of themselves. And I said it, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. You know, can I say it like I want to say it? Go ahead, Marcellus. This is my Jew joint. You know, some women is just happy to have any kind of dick. You know, you just don't care. You just don't care. You don't care. You don't care. The man was a convicted essayer. He had already been convicted of essay and should have been registering with the state. Some of y'all are just crummy. And I realized that her aunties look like 2 bags of fun, 2 tons of fun, regular, you know, rather. And they were just so happy to have a man that they just didn't care. You know, didn't care about nobody in the house. One of the children in the house, the essayer gave chlamydia. You heard me correctly. The man gave one of the children chlamydia. And these hoes didn't call the authorities. What kind of people are these? And this story hasn't made the national news, which is just pissing me off. So we need to get on our job because this should be all over the news everywhere and not just TikTok. And that's another reason why they're trying to get a rich white man to buy TikTok, because this stuff travels fast on TikTok and they want to be able to control the news and what we receive and what we get and what we hear, etc. Don't y'all fall for this foolishness. I told you 2025 was going to be something else. But I'm doing my very best to protect my peace. I really am. That's why I haven't really been out here every day, all day. Let me go. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Calm down, Marcellus. Because I was about to hit the end stream button. I'm so mad. I was about to close out the stream and about to hit the wrong button. Y'all go watch the video where they read the text messages. Y'all go watch the video where the police read the text messages between Naziah and Mr. Butts. His last name is Butts. It should have been Mr. Ass, because and let me tell you something. When they find out what he did in jail, I don't think he's going to survive. He shouldn't survive. They need to go straight Old Testament on his ass. You hear me? Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. They need to beat the shit out of him. And I'm just saying, I'm down for it. I feel like writing some letters and starting a pen pal where he at in jail right now. He shouldn't even make it to trial. This nigga need to be put underneath the jail. And you could tell that the judge was so pissed off with this dude, but that's a whole nother matter. Let's go ahead and talk about and let me reiterate some stuff before I get into this. Let me reiterate some points before I get into this. Let me say this. If anybody is telling you that we are celebrating the downfall of anyone, or they're giving you a whole bunch of sequelatory about what I think and what I feel, they don't know me. And they don't know what I think and what I feel. And I appreciate you coming over and listening to what I think and what I feel, so you can understand how I think and what I feel. No one speaks for me but me. Let me tell you something. This is why I don't talk about every subject and I don't talk about everything. And the reason why I don't talk about everything is because I am what you would refer to as a social media influencer. I influence the media. The media doesn't influence me. I tell you and I bring stories to you and get you to think again about certain circumstances and situations that may be out in the public space. I do not go digging in digital trash cans so that I can expose people and do all of that kind of stuff. No, I am a commentator. And what I do when I commentate, I simply give you my opinions. We discuss those things and we let those things rest where they may. But let me just tell you unequivocally, no one speaks for me. I speak for me. Okay? All right. Let that be said. And with that being said, let's go down the rabbit hole of this. Lord have mercy. Apparently, there was the judge has responded in some of this instance. Let me see, Marcellus, you're so mad you don't even know what button to push. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the judge has spoken. Oh, okay, that's too big. All right, hopefully y'all can see that well. Let's do I need to? Yeah, let's get rid of that part. All right, can y'all see that? All right. So the motion for expedited discovery was denied. Okay, and let me tell you something. I didn't think the judge was going to deny it, but in retrospect, when you think about it and you understand it in a greater level, you can kind of understand it, because the judge is trying to be fair to everybody and to both sides. And I get that, right? Because that's just how the court cases are. And the judge is in the beginning not understanding the totality of the situation until it's been laid out for him. And I will be honest with you. You guys remember my last videos. I said until TD Jakes' attorneys were able to line out in those 10 pages of their response on how this is all transpiring and how Tyrone is tied into this situation, it would not really. The picture hasn't been properly painted for the judge, in my opinion. And so I kind of felt like, it's a possibility that could happen. Okay. Now, let me just say this. Like I said to you before, I don't have a dog in this fight. If TD Jakes is found to be guilty of anything, I will come out here and talk about TD Jakes as well. But let me tell you right now, I'm going to talk about this raggedy pedophile, essayer who has come out here, who was on an ankle monitor and who was caught his second time and sent back to prison while he was caught with a minor wearing an ankle bracelet, who has come out here to tell us this stupid ass story. And I do not apologize for saying it. I am not going to take back what I said. I will be saying it if TD Jakes is found out to be doing anything. I'm still going to tell you Duane Youngblood is a nasty bastard, and he had no business coming out here telling us this story. You raggedy tooth motherfucker. You damn right. I said it. You don't have no right to be telling this story. We needed somebody that had a little bit more credibility and that could have told this story a little bit better. And yeah, I said it. Moving right along. It is what it is. And if you don't like it, you better hit the button, because this is not one of these shows. That's what I said. This action was initiated in November 2024. Plaintiff Thomas Dexter Jakes brought claims of libel, count 1, against defendant Duane Youngblood, and civil conspiracy, count 2, against Youngblood, and 10 John Doe's Doe defendants. Jakes alleges that Youngblood told a patently false story of Jakes grooming and attempting to sexually assault Youngblood during Larry Reid live online video podcast interviews on October 28th and November the 3rd. Okay. Then by letter dated November 15, 2024, a lawyer purporting to represent Youngblood demanded that Jakes pay Youngblood $6 million in order to resolve this matter quickly and privately. Otherwise, Youngblood would bring a lawsuit against Jakes for sexual assault and harassment. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to what was just read. I don't give a damn if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like half of these other vloggers out here. Pay attention to what the response is on the legal documents. Then by letter dated November 15th, 2024, a lawyer purporting to represent Youngblood demanded Jakes to pay Youngblood $6 million in order to resolve the matter quickly and privately. Otherwise, Youngblood would bring a lawsuit against Jake for sexual essay and harassment. So let's keep the main thing the main thing. What this case is about somebody demanding $6 million, or they were going to bring a lawsuit against TD Jakes. Now, here's the funny thing about this. When TD Jakes brought the lawsuit and brought them to court, if you remember correctly, ladies and gentlemen, from the documents that I read to you, the person asked for the case to be dismissed. No, Cleophas, you said you was wanting to go to court, as they say in the South, in the country. You wanted to go to court, nigga. So if you wanted to go to court, let's go to court. So we up in the court now. So since we up in the court, why you asking the judge and these people to dismiss the case? Remember, your filing said you wanted him to dismiss it. That's what you said, you raggedy tooth bastard. But anyway, let me continue. Pending before the court is Jake's notice of motion for expedited discovery. Jakes claims he knows the identity of the podcaster Larry Reid and the podcast company Larry Reid Live LLC. And I call it Larry Reid Lies LLC. You lying, liver-faced cunt, but that's a whole nother matter. But that he requires expedited discovery to further develop the factual matter to properly and appropriately support naming the podcaster and the podcast company as named defendants. He seeks to begin discovery prior to the Rule 26 conference and issue 2 third-party subpoenas for documents in an effort to verify and identify the Doe defendants. Briefing is complete on the motion, and for the following reasons, it will be denied. Under the federal rules of civil procedure, a party may not seek discovery from any source before the parties have conferred as required by Rule 26F, okay? And they list out Rule 26F. The rules allow for discovery prior to a Rule 26 efforts conference when authorized by a court order. District courts have broad discretion to manage the discovery process and may expedite or otherwise alter the time sequence of discovery. And then they say CN represent or referencing fine paper antitrust litigation, and they list that out. Matters of the docket, control and conduct of discovery are committed to the sound discretion of the district court. While a standard for assessing motions for early or expedited discoveries has not been announced by the United States Courts of Appeals for the Third Circuit, the prevailing approach in this circuit is to apply the good cause or reasonableness standard. And then they list Robinson for Forensic Inc. versus the other case as well. All right, moving right along. The good cause standard requires a district court to consider the totality of circumstances to discern whether the need for expedited discovery in consideration of the administration of justice outweighs the prejudice to the responding party. And then they list something else. Now, I want to comment and make a comment about this. It says, the good cause standard requires a district court to consider the totality of the circumstances. Let me tell you something. I do not believe that the judge and that the court has considered the totality of the circumstances. And do you know why I don't believe that? I don't believe that, number one, because you and I know, as people who are out here in these YouTube streets, the totality of the circumstances would have to predate Youngblood and go all the way back to Larry Reid and the foolishness that him and Manasseh were doing. So the totality of all of that has not been considered in this situation. Therefore, the judge is also going to rule the way that he's going to rule, because they are centering in on the Duane Youngblood and the TD Jakes aspect of it, along with the request for the expedited discovery. Understand what I just said. They cannot consider the totality of the circumstance, because the totality of the circumstance that you and I are fully aware of, the court is not fully aware of, nor has it been documented in these documents or in this situation, as far as I'm concerned. Now, if you disagree with that, you are welcome to put that down in the comments section and explain to me why you feel that I'm wrong in that. But I don't believe that the totality of this situation has been looked at from a broader perspective. Moving right along. Therefore, the judge is going to deny. The court holds that Jakes has failed to show that good cause exists for expedited discovery. Understand something. The good cause estimation of this, as far as I'm concerned, is because they don't have the total picture. They don't have the total picture. The court doesn't have the total picture. And the only way that the court is going to get the total picture is the court is going to have to look at the discovery and all of the information that is played out for this. But this also goes to what I told you guys before. The judge is not going to be interested in this story time. The judge is going to want them to lay out their evidence, and the judge is going to say, okay, what matters as it relates to your claim, Duane Youngblood, because you're saying you were essayed by this man. What evidence do you have to prove that? Your 7 affidavits isn't going to matter. All of that other stuff isn't going to matter. What's going to matter is the evidence that you have that can clearly show that TD Jakes did whatever you're saying that he did to you. Those things are going to matter and nothing else. So in the interrogatories, when those things are listed out, then we'll be able to assess whether or not whose case is the strongest. It could be Duane Youngblood. It could be TD Jakes. Okay. But one thing I do know, Larry Reid is all up and through here, and that information is going to be most certainly pivotal for TD Jakes and them understanding and laying out their case. So, and I know everybody's watching these videos. So attorneys, you all need to get on your job, and y'all need to have y'all paralegals paying attention to these here videos in this certain space. And y'all need to do y'all homework. Y'all need to start pulling videos and going way back, because this didn't even start with Duane Youngblood. This actually started with Manasseh Jordan. Moving right along. And that's my opinion, and it is what it is. It recognizes that Jake seeks to uncover the identities of the Doe defendants. In his complaint, he pleads of the Doe defendants on information and belief. Plaintiff alleges that defendant Does 1 through 10 exclusive are and or other parties not yet identified who have acted in concert and in agreement with Youngblood in order to commit defamatory conduct against the plaintiff and who have committed acts in furtherance of such wrongdoing. The true names, whether corporate, individual, or otherwise, of Does 1 through 10 exclusive are presently not fully known to the plaintiff, which therefore sues said defendants by such fictitious names and will seek to leave to amend this complaint to show their true names and capacities when the same have been asserted, okay? Or ascertained, I'm sorry. Within his conspiracy claim against the Doe defendants, Jakes explains that these defendants worked together to publish and broadcast false claim that Jakes groomed him and sexually essayed Youngblood on a podcast reaching over 100,000 persons, knowing that making such false claims on a podcast that reaching over 100,000 persons that making such false claims on a podcast that reaches such a broad audience of listeners would harm Jakes. The most he notes of the alleged conduct of Doe defendants is that the conspirator number one falsely claimed in sum and substance that during the podcast that Jakes had engaged in settlement discussions with Youngblood regarding his claims. In his brief in support of his motion for expedited discovery, Jake states that he believes the podcaster Larry Reid had knowledge of Youngblood's plan to obtain money from plaintiff, and he claims on information and belief plaintiff submits that there was a plan between and among defendant Youngblood and his co-conspirators, including the podcaster, to share in the anticipated extortion payment once made. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop here for just 1 second. 1 second. He said that he believed that the podcaster Larry Reid had knowledge of Youngblood's plan to obtain money. Would that be an accurate statement, ladies and gentlemen? If I'm not mistaken, did not Dr. Dingleberry say that he had seen the top portion of the letter or the email? And he was out here on the internet running off at his mouth about seeing the top portion of that. Or do I understand that properly? Because that's what I remember. If you guys didn't remember that, that's what I remember, which means, but that's something he said. Now, I don't know whether Jake's, I would have to go back and read all of the documents, but I don't know if Jake's team actually put that in their response. And that's one of the things that I kept telling you guys before. I don't really believe that they've actually laid this out properly to the judge, because they did not mention the fact that the podcaster has been talking about this for over a year. Youngblood actually got into the flow or the stream of the conversation of making these types of statements about TD Jakes, but these statements have been made prior to and had been, these folks have been talking about this stuff for over 1 whole year. You and I know that because we've been paying attention to it. The lawyers may not have known that because maybe they're just not paying attention, or they're not taking the time to methodically walk through this process and go download those videos and make sure that they could show the judge a pattern of behavior from the podcaster. I'm just saying. So that's why somebody needs to support my channel so I can get done with these darn videos, because I do have a job and I'm not going to do everybody else's job for them. I'm just saying, because some paralegals, all they got to do is download the videos and earmark when the podcaster said A and B and tie it together. It ain't that hard. You can actually do it because the person's been saying it after video after video after video, and it's public and it's on Al Gore's internet. Moving right along. According to Jakes, without expedited discovery, he will be unreasonably delayed in amending the complaint. Risk in What did though they got me on this one? I can't even. Somebody tell me. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna take my glasses off. Interactive conferences with the court. Once those parties are later added during discovery, and he will face potentially unavoidable disjointed motions initially challenging the complaint, which in turn will likely disrupt the order flow of the case management plan in this case. Let me stop right there. Let me tell you something, attorneys, Jake's team, uh, all y'all folk over there on that other side. These people play dirty. These are some demonic deviants. Listen to me. You are dealing with some devils here at this particular point. So this is going to be a drag out fight. And I said this in another person's chat earlier today. Let me say this again. These folks are playing dirty. And it is my opinion that because of what I have read about Tyrone Blackburn and him submitting certain motions and making certain requests, that these people are trying to master and get better at this type of situation that they're filing. And that's my opinion. They're trying to master this process so that they can do this to other people in the future and they can get away with it much quicker. And so you're going to need to put on your gloves and go to work. Okay, you just need to put on your gloves and go to work, and don't have no expectations for these people to be professional, because ain't nothing professional about this shit. Okay, understand, these people are not trying to be professional. Okay, they're trying to get $6 million. That's what they're trying to get. Says no third party subpoenas will issue. The bald and vague assertion that other individuals are a part of a conspiracy to defame Jakes is simply not sufficient at this juncture to warrant expedited discovery. And understand the judge saying it's too, you don't have enough information. You ain't gave us enough information. And that's what I've been saying for the last, what did I say that? The last 2 videos I made? Didn't I tell y'all that the TD Jakes' attorneys in that 10-page limit that they have, they needed to go back and they needed to lay this out better because they haven't laid it out properly. Why? I'll say that for my private chat. I ain't gonna say what I want to say right now because I ain't giving out no more information on that aspect. Okay. Jakes has not shown good cause. That's what the judge says. I'm going to agree with the judge because it's what the judge is saying. The court will not exercise its discretion to permit discovery to occur before the Rule 26 conference. There is no immediate need to issue third-party subpoenas, especially the exceedingly broad ones Jake seeks. He has failed to put forth viable evidence that destruction of evidence might occur. Okay. Without any concrete evidence of spoliation, the court will certainly not speculate that evidence was or will be destroyed. Further, the information before the court is such that Jakes has made no articulable showing that the discovery he seeks would actually lead to the identities of the Doe defendants. Notably, Jakes has already admitted that he knows the identity of the podcaster and the podcast company. Good call does not exist to permit expedited discovery, and the court will not delve into Youngblood's substantive objections to discover Jakes to the discovery Jake seeks. Youngblood has not filed an answer or affirmative pleading to the court finds in let me read that again. Youngblood has not filed an answer or affirmative pleading, and the court finds his attention should be focused on evaluating the merits of the case and not prematurely litigating discovery matters, particularly those seeking information from third parties. Now, pause right there. For all of you who keep challenging me on what I say, understand what the judge just said here. Youngblood has not yet filed an answer. All of that shit that Youngblood was filing to the case, to the court. Oh, here's a picture of me when I was in the choir. And here's a picture of TD Jakes when he was standing right there. And he had on all of this preacher garb. And all, listen, None of that shit matters. I told y'all that in them other videos. I said none of that's gonna mean shit. None of it means shit. He has not yet responded properly to what TD Jakes' lawyers have submitted to the court in the first place. That story time bullshit, the court don't give a shit about none of that. I'm just telling y'all, they don't. I'm just saying. And he's trying to understand what the judge and these folks are saying. He's trying to prematurely litigate the case. He's trying to come out here and tell his story. He's rehashing this story again. And I done told y'all that ain't gonna work. Youngblood has informed the court that he fully anticipates filing a 12B motion to dismiss. Now, wait a minute, motherfucker. A motion to dismiss? But you and your co-conspirators said y'all wanted to go to court. You at the court. Come on, Cleophas. It's time for you to fight. Why you don't want to fight, Cleophas? Oh, you just want to get out here and say all of this stuff in this man's name, and you want to attach all of this stuff to this man's name because he wrapped up in this P. Diddy bullshit, and you just want to come out here and say all of this other stuff. Cleophas, if you wanted to go to court, you in court. Lay it all down, Cleophas. Lay it all down, Cleophas. But you know why, Cleophas, you want this shit to be dismissed? Because you full of shit. Your co-conspirators is full of shit. The rainbow wig, hair and ass podcasters full of shit. Lieutenant Dan over there is full of shit. All of them full of shit. You know it. I know it. The people out here in these YouTube streets, we all know it. We all know it. Motherfuckers. All right. Youngblood has informed the court that he fully anticipates filing this motion to dismiss and likely motions for sanctions, and if necessary, an answer and new matter to the complaint along with any other appropriate requested relief. According to Youngblood, Jakes is attempting to use this court as a means to stymie defendants' First Amendment rights to rights and to intimidate a third party YouTube television show host from the reporting on legitimate claims of sexual of SA and misconduct perpetrated by plaintiff and other members of the clergy. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Hence, at this juncture, it is unknown if this case will proceed to the discovery stage. So the judge is saying, we're not even sure if we're going to continue on. Why? Because somebody said that they planned on asking the judge to dismiss this altogether. Now they trying to say, oh, that has something to do with TD Jakes may not be able to make it to discovery. No, if you guys know, reading is fundamental. Above stanzas, he tells you why this may not necessarily make it to discovery. Why? Because because Youngblood stated he planned on submitting paperwork to the court to have the court to dismiss this, and he was going to put in a proper response that he has yet to put in yet. We are now 15 days into January, and he still ain't done it. Moving right along. I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Hence, at this juncture, it is unknown if the case will proceed to the discovery stage. Jakes has failed to answer to the court's satisfaction how his need for discovery outweighs the hardship Youngblood would suffer by litigating expedited discovery issues. So the judge is saying it would cause a hardship for Youngblood because you're pretty much what they're saying is Youngblood might reveal his hand, and therefore the judge does not want a situation where Youngblood has to reveal his hand. Now, basically what Youngblood has put out in the public we have not seen a hand. We don't know if he has a hand. And if Youngblood has a hand, it's probably down some young boy's pants. Take a breath. If Youngblood has a hand, he has it on some young man's bottom somewhere. That's my opinion. And that's what I'm saying. He is a twice convicted essayer. The last time he was convicted, he had an ankle monitor on. Mhm. But we supposed to believe him wholeheartedly and fall for his bullshit. Okay. We're not supposed to hold his feet to the fire. Okay. We're not supposed to say anything. Thus far, what I have seen in these documents, if Duane Youngblood has not mentioned or shown anything to the public or to any of us that there is something that he has that is worth saying that TD Jakes has actually done something to him. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about we're talking about a hug, a potential kiss, a bubble bath phone call, and some requests that he claims that TD Jakes made to him when he first met him. Even Woody the Woodpecker would laugh and say, well, that's all, folks. You all are something else here. I'm just saying. And now, this 15th day of January 2025, it is hereby ordered that the notice for motion for expedited discovery is denied. Jakes has been denied for his expedited discovery. Listen to me, Jake's team, and the folks out there on the street. Y'all better get about the business of compiling the information that's necessary to show that this information has been talked to and snowballed and dealt with earlier than even Duane Youngblood. Or you need to move forward and submit whatever motions you need to submit. And let's fight it out, Cleophas. Cleophas, you said you wanted to go to court. I don't understand how all of these people all of a sudden are playing all of these games and don't want to go to court no more. You said you wanted to go to court. If you wanted to go to court, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to court. Let's go to court, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to court. I need 8 of you to send $12 to support the Mad Church Disease channel. We're only 8 shy of our goal tonight. Please, if I can get 8 of you to do that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I need 8 more of you to hit to support the channel with $12. The Cash App information will be on your screen momentarily, but I do need 8 of you to go ahead and support the channel at this time. Now, I'm going to do, listen, I want you all to show me or y'all can tell me where you feel I'm wrong. You can tell me where you think I'm going too fast and I need to slow down. I'm going to just simply say you guys have that right. You don't have to agree with me. As long as you're respectful, I understand. But prove to me that what I've been saying, this video and my last 2 videos, I have not been right. I distinctly remember saying that TD Jakes' attorneys in their 10-page response needed to respond properly, and they needed to go back and bring the judge forward and encapsulize all of this information, and they just have not done it. And that's their fault. That's their fault. If you don't want to do it, that's your fault, because you'll lose this case playing around with a YouTube uploader, Lieutenant Dan, and the gay church mafia that's determined to take you down. Okay? Period, point blank. And I got that from Tasha Global. Tasha Global said they the gay church mafia. That's what she said. And I'm starting to believe she's right. I'm being honest with you. I'm starting to believe Tasha Global's right when it comes to that. But ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to share your thoughts. You're welcome to tell me what you think. Just being me, let me read some of y'all comments because I haven't even been paying attention to this chat. I just been doing my work. Yeah, the judge don't know that, Moni. Absolutely don't know it. The judge don't know it. Tasha Global says, although the crime of extortion is a felony in all 50 states, it can be tried as a federal crime if it is implemented by any wireless communication, including emails, text, and computer. And he is an accused predator himself. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily what people say about you, Terrence. It's always what people can prove. Because you're an idiot. That's why they do it, Terrence. Because he didn't use good sense. Because somebody convinced him that it was going to be a good idea for him to go up there and to tell his story on that YouTube Uploaders podcast, that gaudy dressing, crater face man's podcast. I'm just saying. Oh, you Ray John, you're gonna have to hit the you're gonna have to hit the other the replay. Because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not impressed by none of these people. The vloggers out here saying all of this stupid stuff. And if you notice, I'm protecting my peace. I really am. I don't have no beefs with anybody. You know, they can talk about me until Jesus come, and it ain't gonna make a bit of difference to me because I sleep well at night, and I'm never gonna see what you say. I'm gonna be over in my house, laying in my bed, talking about, why don't you say what you say when the night you said to me? I'm gonna be over here with my Jermaine. Love was so good when we filled up all I need. I'm gonna be over here doing that. Nigga, bye. I ain't gonna sit on here with no internet and be going back and forth with nobody. You can forget it. You can forget it. That's exactly what I'm telling you. You can forget it. I don't like when people get out here trying to say, well, well, why? And I was in St. James chat. People's over there telling St. James, well, this is what you believe and this and that. No, that's what you heard somebody tell you. That's what we believe and we think. You don't, unless you come over here and you watch these videos, my words speak for themselves. I don't give a fuck about Larry Reid. That ain't my ministry. I don't give a shit about Larry. As far as I'm concerned, he can fly to as many countries as he want to for treatment or to give water treatments or to create water wells. Because that's what I heard as of today. He was somewhere in Ghana creating wells or putting down wells. That's the scam. Y'all all know that scam. They've been doing this same scam for years. Everybody going to Ghana to put a well somewhere. A well of bullshit. That's what it is. All over here, you know, it's just ridiculous. The whole thing is dumb. The whole thing is dumb. I've had enough. I've had enough of it. I don't give a shit about Larry. As far as I'm concerned, Larry can take them skinny ass legs of his and go somewhere and fall down. Because in a minute, he may not even be able to stand up if he keep losing weight. He getting thinner and thinner. But I'm sure that's because he's on the health and wellness challenge. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people can say what they want to say, but it's not what they say. It's what you answer to. And I'm not answering to none of it. I don't care. I don't care. You can get mad all you want to. Didn't I tell y'all in the sipping chat? Y'all know what I told y'all in our private community. And I meant what I said. These fools is crazy. And I said that, 2-3 days ago? And people coming out here saying all kind of foolishness. Just crazy. Well, I'm sure in Ghana, it's probably like 2 cents. Listen here. I'm sure the medications, cost 2 cents and $2 in Ghana. And if you got a cold, and you need help, then I suggest you continue to do it with, whatever you do. I'm sure you dragging your wife Shamako around. I'm sure he should be somewhere at home taking care of the kids, because that's what most women stay back at home and try to, take care of the house. I need 7 of you who can at least send $12 to the Mad Church Disease channel. We're down to 7 more people. I need 7 more people to do that for me, please. What does this say? What? Whatever. Yeah, well, I mean, he drags his wife all the way around, and he keeps the bitch on the side at home. What's his name? What do you call him? Nancy. What's the little man's name with the cock on his chest? What's his name? Oh, yes, that's right, Kendall. He over there calling Kendall's name like Eartha Kitt call for Marcus and Boomerang. Kendall. Oh, Kendall. Marcus, darling. Kendall, darling. Get over there. I'm so sick of these people. I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, if you talking about them, all of a sudden you repping for TD Jakes. Fuck TD Jakes. That's the thing. People get on my nerves. If the information comes out here, I will talk about him just like I used to talk about him. And that's why I say these people just are not familiar with my channel. They're stupid is what they are. They're dumb. They're dumb. The channel's called Mad Church Disease. You dummies. Not I support your church's disease. Give me a break. You go look at the videos on this channel. Go watch the videos. I don't support no bull jive from nobody. Period. Point blank. And if y'all stupid to keep listening to Gigi's ass, Gigi, you just messed up. You just messed up telling your whole story. You should have went to the Vincent Terrell School of How to Tell a Story. You could have had your 3-part series and been done with this shit, and you'd have laid Lovey out. You should have went to the Vincent Hill School of Expose. Because what you did on this here internet and dragging this out, and see, I had told people in the chat, I said, Gigi done slept with Lovey. Everybody arguing with me. No, she said she didn't. And she said she didn't. What I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all she slept with that darn man? Ain't nobody going to be traveling around with a Gigi and don't. Are you serious? Are you serious? Gigi, you straight. You a straight dude. Well, he, because as far as I'm concerned, Lovey's kind of bi-tri. He flow wherever. Listen, if Larry Reid is repping for you and talking about how much he love you and all this kind of stuff, my eyebrows go up immediately. These little gray hairs that I'm getting in front of my eyebrows, they're gonna be raised immediately when it comes to Lovey. I don't trust Lovey either. And that white man, Greg Locke, told us over a year ago what was going on over there. And if y'all don't want to believe the black guy on the Mad Church Disease channel, go find Greg Locke's video and go watch the white man and believe him, because the white man told us. It's funny how some of you Negroes just can't receive information from us. It's amazing. Somebody's got to come and verify the stuff that we say. It's kind of retarded to me. But anyway, I'm just saying. I get real upset about that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the documents from Dr. Dingleberry. I did drop the link for anybody that wants to come up and have a question, or you got a comment, or you need to say something. You're more than welcome to do so. And shout out to all of the moderators. Shout out to Darryl Moore. Shout out to the members of the channel. I say it all the time. I don't know why they haven't gotten it yet. I say it all the time. Yeah, Gerald, you're absolutely right. So it's another GG ain't nothing but another salamander. And then my thing is this how evil these people are, Gerald. And I need to leave your comment up for just a second. Gerald, I was sitting and thinking the other day. This is what I was thinking about. Gigi was fine when she was traveling with the prophet, when she was going to the church and watching the prophet use his gifts in front of the crowd, knowing all full well she was fucking him behind the scenes, right? She was fine when she was probably flying in the private jets, going here, there, and everywhere. She was fine with it. But the moment he said, you know what, up, Chuck, I want to go ahead on and move somewhere else and be with somebody else, then all of a sudden now Gigi is like, oh, let me show you how I was deceived. I was deceived. Oh, I got to tell you, he deceived me because he told me he was going to be with me and that I was going to be his woman. Gigi, I don't believe you. I don't believe that he told you that. Show me a text message where Lovie said he wanted you to marry him. I believe somebody read a text message where he said he wanted to be with you, but the church and so the elders and the other people said he couldn't be with you. I remember that part. Because he got a woman over there that I declare she breaks bricks with her forehead. And if she can't hit you with that forehead and bust the devil out of you, she'll cast him out with her hands. She'll shondo you to death. This is the game we playing in church, but we're not allowed to say nothing. We're not allowed to say nothing. We can't say nothing. I'm just saying, where we at? Y'all, I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. Let me see where we at. I gotta go up here. Oh man. Where we at, y'all? I need 5 of y'all to send $12. We almost there, you guys. 5 of y'all. 5 of y'all. And we'll meet our goal for the night. I'm just saying that one, that shoot, his wife, Lovie's wife, looked like she break bricks with her forehead. And I'm gonna tell you something else. If you really look at his pictures that he takes with his wife and you look in his eyes, he is not happy. He ain't happy. You can look at his pictures and tell he ain't happy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He is not a happy camper. It's in his eyes, ladies and gentlemen. He not happy. And he can try to play like he happy. He not happy. You know, he has the same look that Fred Price Jr. has when he have to stand next to his wife and take photographs and stuff with his wife. It's in the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the eyes. It's in the eyes. I wish it was Tasha Global. I wish it was. I need some rum tea. That would be good. Oh, I wish I had me some rum tea, boy. That would be delicious. Listen here. I don't know how many times I have to tell women. And this is what my personal belief is. When a man and a woman meets the person that they want to be with, they know immediately. They know. It don't take them all day to figure that out. It don't take all day to figure that out. And then y'all stop telling me that they don't know who that Lovie and Gigi didn't have sex. I told you they had sex, and y'all was over there telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. I knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, and Vicky Yowie needed to give it up. First of all, she over there with that little Panda Express man, you know, with that halfway Jerry curl, you know, and then he buying her red bottoms and you know, doing whatever he doing with her. And she over there still tomorrow. The flowers in the field burst forth with blooming. She's still over there singing for Jesus, all while being dicked down by the prophet. And then y'all get mad when I call these people out on the carpet. Oh, Marcellus, you shouldn't say that. Oh, you shouldn't say that. And all of them is lying. But then you get mad at me for calling it out. That's why I say the hypocrisy is in you. It ain't in me, because you the one mad at me for calling it out. You fine with them while they doing it. And then here's another thing. What's his name? EJ over there talking about, he got a girl pregnant. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. EJ said in a video I just saw that he's supposed to be doing a video, a podcast with somebody else. He got a girl pregnant and he called a prophet. And the prophet told him to send him $4,000 and a picture of the girl. And the girl started bleeding and then miscarried. They over there working voodoo and hoodoo and juju and then want to come open up the Bible and preach to me the gospel of Jesus Christ. And you working hoodoo and voodoo. And I'm the one who's in the wrong. No, she gone. Of course. She done left. The flowers in the field died, and they didn't even burst forth with blooming. And the wind seemed to whisper she was supposed to get the hell out of there. Y'all help me. I'm so sick of these saints. I ain't lying. That's how I know God got a sense of humor, because Jesus got to find some of this stuff funny, because this is hilarious to me. And it don't even take a rocket science to figure this out. It don't even take a rocket science to figure this out. It really don't. Mm. Well, I've always said this over here on this podcast. Let me say it again. If you put your morals on the ground, don't be surprised when another person stomps them to death. Because if you don't have any morals about how you live your life and the decisions that you've made on how you're going to live your life, people are going to stomp on your morals, and they're going to trample on your values, and they going to wax that ass. They not going to care nothing about it. They're going to get what they get, and they're going to move on. You mad that I said it? Or you mad because your ass been waxed? Which one is it? You upset? Some of you probably getting your ass waxed right now with something you know ain't even going nowhere. And you know it ain't going nowhere, but you done convince yourself in your mind, oh, he different. No, he not. No, he not. And the same game that Lovey ran on Gigi, the same thing he did is the same thing that this 41-year-old man ran on this 12-year-old girl. He's the text messages alone, when you hear how he spoke to this young girl and how he manipulated her. Naziah Harris was manipulated by a 41-year-old man. And if you don't know anything about this case, you need to go home tonight and Google her name. Her name is Naziah Harris, N-A-Z-I-Y-A Harris. You need to look this up and go down the rabbit hole. And somebody need to go help these people in Detroit go find this young girl's body, period. Because he'd only had an hour to dispose of this little girl's body. And with that hour being done, that girl can't be too far. She's in a ditch, in a ravine. He's done something. He put her in a manhole. Every manhole in a 50-mile radius needs to be checked. Y'all need to go down in the manhole and look for her. I'm serious. You need to go and look for this little girl. And it's a shame that it hasn't been done yet. Recash, they need to hit him in the head with a hammer. No. He don't need to be buried under the jail. He needs to die. You heard what I said. And I'm normally not for the death penalty, but this story done got under my skin. We straight Old Testament this situation. This is an eye for an eye. We need to go on and we need to take him out of his mirror. We need to go let him go meet the king and let the king explain to him what he did. We need to send him out of this space and send him into the other space so Jesus and them can deal with him. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these people. And let me tell you something. There's not an insult that you can hurl at me that's going to make me get out of my character and come over there and deal with nobody. I'm not dealing with no slobs, blobs, and nobody else. So don't think you're going to do it, because you're not going to do it. Just so you know. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Oh, y'all, somebody's funny. Really? I need you guys. Where am I at? We still need 5 of y'all to send $12, y'all. We almost there. We only need 5 more people. Will there be one? Am I gonna have to do an altar call? There is room at the cross. Y'all gonna force me to do an altar call for you. No, y'all just need to support the channel. Amen. That's it. So I can get some other stuff done. Somebody said, read up on this story, and I want to sleep crying. I know, Princess. Everybody failed her. The school failed her. The police failed her. The investigators failed her. Everybody failed this little girl. And I want y'all to keep in mind, she was not 13. She would have been 13, but she died when she was 12. That's what people not understanding. She was 12 years old when she died. She'd have been 13, I believe last year in September. Her birthday is in September. That's how much I done went down this rabbit hole. I spent all night looking at that little girl's case, and I'm really upset at these people. And you know, people, yeah. Can I tell y'all one of the videos I saw? The perpetrator. Let me see. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Oh, y'all not believe what I'm about to say. Y'all are not about to believe what I'm about to say. I'm sorry. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. Can y'all see this picture right here? This man in the corner is the perpetrator. This guy right here, right? He's light skinned. Might got a little bit of good hair. The auntie had 5 kids with this man because apparently she wanted to have kids with a light skinned man with good hair. I don't know what she thought that was just going to make a difference for her. But she put up with all of this stuff from this brother because he was light skinned. Colorism. She put up with all of this stuff with this man. And I tell y'all, this is what really has pissed me off today. I ain't studying that Larry Reid bullshit. This is what really done made me mad today. This story right here has infuriated me. And I'm just, the Larry Reid is just the I guess you could say the icing on the cake. That's just extra. But this right here is some disgusting stuff. Let me see if I can find a picture of her aunties. 2 tons of fun. Let me show you. You see this this woman here? Yeah. This one of the aunties, and I believe she's a twin. She's a twin. Let me see if I can find a picture of her and the auntie side by side. Where they at? Oh, here it is. Y'all probably can't see this. I need to blow. I should probably blow. That's on TikTok. Y'all can't really see it. But this is one of the sisters, and this is the other sister, and this is the grandmama in between. Don't get me started. I done went down this rabbit hole. But yeah, that's them. That's them again. I'm so over this story. Y'all don't realize I wanna go Old Testament on everybody. I want Old Testament on everybody. Tasha Global, I swear if you hear the text messages between that man and that little girl, if that don't make you want to throw up. She's 12 years old, you all. Keep that in mind. And I tell you, sometimes people miss stuff, which means if she was 12, he had to be grooming her when she was 10, 11 years old. If you understand the text messages and the stuff that he was saying to her, and he was grooming her to the point to where he started making her ask for the sex. Come downstairs so I can sit on it. And all this kind of stuff that a 12-year-old, but he did this to her. Let me move on because I'm about to get mad all over. Yeah, she's been missing for a year. I don't give a, listen to me, Pamela. The auntie, she know where that little girl is. And ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise until further notice. That auntie and that grandmama, I don't know how you could sit on a stand and testify and not shed a tear when you're speaking about your grandbaby and your niece who has been missing and you don't shed a tear. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is a mess. This whole story is a mess. Shout out to the 5 of y'all that sent y'all $12. Can I get at least 5 more of y'all to do that, please? And or if you can't, or if I could get at least 5 of y'all to send $10, that would help out, and we could close out tonight's program. I would really appreciate it. Because y'all know normally we do this on Thursday nights, but this was a whole nother matter. And I came and I got another story I want to talk to you guys about on tomorrow. Now I'm gonna tell you what 2025 is about to be a year for me. I'm about to start following the money. And I'm going to expose to you all the grift of some of these people and what they're really doing behind the scenes. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm about to show y'all some stuff. So hang on. And when you guys support the show, that just helps me to do all the rest of the work that I need to do. Everybody belong in jail as far as I'm concerned. This whole case is a destructive mess. Tasha Global. I called my niece today and I said, I want you to show my great niece these videos. And I want you to let her listen at the type of text messages this grown man was sending to this 12-year-old girl. It's important that you educate your daughters and you educate the women and the men in your family, but especially your daughters, on the types of things that individuals do to try to groom them and lure them into situations. It's important. And this is damn sure a case that you can show your children and show young girls what not to do. This nigga, oh my God. That this whole situation has left me so mad. And then on top of today, I got to be sent some information talking about, well, these people is out here saying this, that, and the other. I don't give a damn what folks are saying about me. I don't care. I don't care. Because they have to talk about me. They don't have nothing else to do but to talk about me. It's okay. I'll live. I won't hear it. I don't even know about it. And I know what the person meant good for me by telling me what they told me, but I don't care. They talked about Jesus. Do I think I'm not going to be talked about? But I know one thing. I know where I live, and I know where they live, and I know some people on this here internet lying to their followers. That's what I do know. But let me go on because I don't have time for that. Yeah, that whole situation is horrible. It's horrible. Well, if you're watching the replay, make sure you go ahead and become one of the 5 people that will close out to help support this show and to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. I love and appreciate you guys. Make sure you don't miss our Wednesday private live next week. We're going to have a private live next week on Wednesday. And if I decide to go privately, turn your notifications on. If you haven't purchased a membership to the Mad Church Disease channel, please make sure you do that. If you have not liked and subscribed to my channel, please do so. We're about 200 away from our 17,000 subscribers. I am very, very appreciative of the work that you guys have done. I really do appreciate it, and we definitely want to hit our matrix this year. So I thank you and appreciate you. Let me see. Oh Lord. So I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank y'all. And I'm sorry if you didn't like what I said. But before I take a damn word of it back, I'll add more to it. Sure will. Today's one of these days. I will not be intimidated. I will not have people speaking on my behalf when they don't even know me. I will not have individuals trying to bait me into anything. You will not bait me into anything. I will not talk about anyone but the people that I choose to speak about. Only thing I can tell some people is you need to call Jenny Craig and go take a damn bath. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here, so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.